Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2021 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. That person is not me. I will not be soliciting you for anything. Okay, with that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Now let's let the bull sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo, February 2021, money and career. 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 Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Goodness. And spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Now I'm going to be doing things just a little bit differently because it's fun just to change things up every now and then. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And let's see what your chakra energy has to say for this time. Virgo, February 2021, money and career. Virgo, February 2021, money and career. Virgo, February 2021, money and career. Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels. Fantastic. And we're starting off here with spiritual awakening, the crown chakra, which is beautiful. And then we have holistic health, one of my favorites. This is the root chakra. And then we have listening, the throat chakra. Okay, I really like that. It's almost like what is being said here is to listen to your holistic self as you walk into your spiritual awakening. So that's really quite exciting when it comes to money and career. It's like you're taking on a whole new journey. You're really embracing a whole new start. Start might not be the right word, but it's a whole new way forward, because you're not having to start over again. Virgo, let's see the energy that you have to be mindful of during this time. What is the energy that Virgo has to be mindful of? February 2021, money and career. What is the energy that Virgo has to be mindful of? February 2021, money and career. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Fantastic. All right. We start off here with the Prince of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a person who's slowly and steadily moving forward emotionally. They're not very evolved. They're kind of more base level is what I'm seeing here. And they are going to be very defensive when it comes to their emotions, when it comes to saying how they feel or what they want and their way forward. So that is going to be something that you find really rather, it's going to cause arguments during this time, because it's just like, well, let me in, let me see. And the answer is going to be no. And that's going to be super frustrating. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who's very focused, whose energy vibration and your energy vibration, they just don't go together. They just don't. And this is something, Virgo, where you're going to want it to, because you're an earth sign energy. Earth sign energy calls to earth sign energy, but they're going to have their own ideas forward, their own ways of doing things, and it's going to be either conform to my way or don't do it at all. Yeah, and that's going to be where you step into a bit of trouble during this time, because you're going to be like, fine, I give up, or I'm not doing it like this. So just be mindful. And then you have the King of Cups, water sign energy once again, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a person who uses emotional manipulation intensely and who uses it in a way to elevate people or to have people fall down. It's always like, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe you didn't do enough. That type of thing. And yeah, you're really done with it. You're really done with it, because you're stepping into something so new, so powerful. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Yeah, it's the 10 of Pentacles, prosperity that lasts for generations. I mean, starting right off the bat. And then the battle with the four of Pentacles, which is the vampiric energy, the leeches coming away and trying to steal away your prosperity. You have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. June 21st to July 22nd is the time frame. And you have the 7 of Inspiration. You have the 7 of Wands, like feeling like it is a battle, feeling like you're pushing away the darkness to be able to move forward the way that you want to. The repeat of the number 7 in this section says that truth is the most important thing. You will not abide being lied to. You need to know where you stand on things, and you're going to be questioning what you see, what you want, where you want to be. You have the 6 of Emotions, so there's a lot of nostalgia here, and also hurt from the past. And then you have the Knight of Voice, the Knight of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are being the hero of your own tale, and you're slaying the dragons, you're cutting through the poison, and you're ascending to the place that you exactly need to be. So let's start talking about your chakra energy, because it's really, really, really exciting. So we start off here with spiritual awakening. The crown chakra, you're going to be crowned with ideas that are really quite revolutionary for you. Like, this is a revolutionary time. And yes, you can be pulled into other people's trauma drama so easily and be caught up in the, why don't they like me? Why can't we get along? Why can't we see eye to eye type of thing? And if you get caught up in that, you're going to miss a lot of the beauty that is coming your way, a lot of the power that is bringing you forward. The spiritual awakening is opening your eyes to your truth. It doesn't have to be anybody else's truth. It is simply your truth that is empowering you, that is emboldening you, that is moving you forward. So the awakening to your inner self is going to be so profound. It leads you here to holistic health. But the spiritual awakening, also what Spirit is saying here, is that it can be painful at times. because you're going to sit there and be like, but I want this. And inside you're going to know, no, that's not right. Like, that's not right. It's kind of like if you eat something and then you get sick, but you really like eating it. So you're going to think, oh, well, this time it'll be fine. And oh, I'll just have one instead of, a couple of cookies or something like that. And you still wind up getting sick. It's like, okay, listen to your body. Listen to what your spirit is saying. That's where your holistic health comes in, to connect you to your spiritual self, to your passion, to your power, to your understanding, to your truth. The holistic self is saying, be authentically you. Don't try to change for anybody else. Don't sit there and let other people make you feel guilty, make you feel overwhelmed. It is time to embrace your holistic purpose forward. And it's also time to really embrace your body, your understanding, your overall health, saying, I matter and I get to cherish me. And I know that sounds odd for money and career, but if we start taking care of ourselves as people, as a valuable, worthwhile person, then we can start living better, healthier, more productive, more prosperous lives. And so when you're looking at your holistic health, it can be getting in touch with a naturopath. It can be, changing your diet, taking more vitamins, getting blood work done to see if you're deficient in anything. It can be a myriad of things, but it starts with listening to you. It can be starting off with just drinking more water, trying to get better sleep. Little things that can be done to start elevating your health in life, your power in life, your beauty in life, to start opening up those doors. And it leads you then to listening to your body, to listening to the world around you, to listening to life. Because in this world, everybody is so accustomed. They're so accustomed to shouting. They're so accustomed to getting angry, to get their way, throwing hissy fits, sitting there and saying, this is what I want and this is when I want it, that nobody listens anymore. Listening is like a superpower. Embrace it. Embrace it as you move forward. Embrace it as you're looking at the people that you're interacting with, or the world that you're interacting with, the way that you want to embrace your life, the way that you want to move forward in your existence. Listen. Listen, and you will be surprised what starts to develop, what you hear, what guides you forward, the way your angels, your spirit guides speak to you, because you're done with the emotional roller coasters. I mean, seriously, Virgo, if there is something that you want no more of, you don't want anybody else coming into your life being a warrior of their emotions and their truth, and if you can only see it my way. And that's kind of what you're experiencing when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career. It's like, well, if you can just see this, this is right. And it's like, okay, back off. Like, let me understand. Let me open up my eyes. Let me move me forward. And so the Prince of Cups here that you're coming into conflict with is not somebody who's going to want to let you see. This is going to be somebody who is like, no, I'm right. Just go along with me. Or I don't really know what I want, and I'm just going to keep on throwing hissy fits until I get there. And because the old adage, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, is absolutely true, you're going to feel ignored, you're going to feel overlooked, you're going to feel overwhelmed, because this person throws their hissy fits and gets everything that they want, and is also trying to pull you down. But you're rising higher, and you're not going to let them. Spirit is saying, as hard as it might be, stay in your lane, stay in your truth, stay in your power, because there are going to be people during this time where you just don't see eye to eye with them, or they don't see eye to eye with you. They don't understand the bigger ideas that you're having, the powerful way that you want to move forward. Your energy and their energy, they just don't mesh. Don't try to make it mesh. Don't sit there and say, oh, if we just work more together, it'll be better. No, you'll be angry and frustrated. They won't be changing. And it's going to help nobody. Listen to your gut. When it says to you, you know what? We just don't get on. Don't think, oh, well, now we have to be best friends type of thing. Think, okay, we don't get on. And that's cool. Not everybody's cup of tea. And it's a hard thing because we're social beings and we want everybody to like us. But it's like, okay, just let it go and move forward. I know I myself have a really hard time with that because it's like, oh no, if I just try a little harder, it'll get better. It doesn't. You just wind up wasting your energy. You just wind up wasting your purpose, and it beats you down. Don't do it. It's not a worthwhile road. Then you have the King of Cups. Water sign energy again, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is a person who controls through manipulation of emotions, who says, well, if you want that promotion, you're going to have to put in, 15 hours a day. You're going to have to do this, do that, work harder, go longer, keep on pushing. And it's just not right. They're going to pit people against each other. They have a really loud bark, is what I'm seeing with this person. They have the dog behind here. They could have a big dog too, but I'm seeing this person liking to bellow, liking to command that you listen to them. And it's just ridiculous. They're acting like a small child. Prosperity is knocking on your door. It really is knocking on your door. There's a shift that's coming over here that you are going through spiritually that starts to lead you into prosperity that you hadn't seen before, starts to open up the door, starts to open up your mind. And it's prosperity that lasts for generations. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to be able to have your, whomever inherit so that, the money can keep on flowing. But what it means is that what you value as much as money, if not money itself, gets handed down from generation to generation because of you. There is a way that you are moving forward. There is a power that you are going after. There's a purpose to your being that you are embracing that starts to call forward an unending circle of prosperity, of abundance, of power forward. And you're going to start to see your hard work paying off. You're going to start to see long-term advantages to present, dealings and present powers. It leads you to the Four of Pentacles. It leads you to looking at vampiric energy, looking at energy within yourself, ideas about money, negative words that have been spoken over you, doubts, fears, chaos, despairs that have made you doubt that you could move forward the way that you want to. And now you're going to start, because the doors are opening and because you're seeing your worth, which it may be for the first time that you're actually seeing your worth, your power, your prosperity, your bounty moving you forward. It leads you to the materials being different. It leads you, it does. It leads you here because it's the Four of Materials in this one. The Pentacles, the prosperity, you're connecting with them differently. You're connecting with your prosperity differently. So the vampiric energy, the leeching energy that's stealing away your prosperity, your bounty, your abundance, it stops you. And you're looking at it now because you can feel where that energy just isn't right. It can kind of be like always having a bad stomach or always having a bad back. And it could be like, why do I have this? It's because it's leeching away your prosperity, your bounty. It's slowing you down. It's a manifestation of doubts and of fears and of angers and of upsets. And it's saying enough is enough. I'm done with this. I'm done with having, my parents' voice in my head when I'm moving forward saying you're always going to be a failure. I'm done with the doubting, the ridiculing that I went through being a part of my mind, that the ex that told me I would never be anything, getting to have a say in my thoughts, saying, you're right, I never will be. It's now time for you to rise. It's time for you to embrace. It's time for you to move forward. And you're going to see you're purging that which is no longer needed. But you're also being aware of the energy that is holding you back from the prosperity that is guiding you forward. And there is this light of truth. And it comes from your gut. When as you're moving forward, when you're looking at things and saying, this is my direction, this is my truth, this is my power, this is my place. Nobody gets to take it from me. Nobody gets to, reevaluate it for me. This is me. The Chariot is always underplayed because back in ancient times, the chariot was not used by just anybody. Pharaohs rode chariots. Kings, queens, emperors, empresses, they all rode chariots. So here, as a charioteer, you are the ruler, you are the pharaoh, you are the emperor, you are the monarch of your existence. You are charging forward in your truth, in your passion, in your understanding, in your determination. It leads you to the Seven of Wands. It leads you to saying what battles you will fight and what battles are just a waste of your time. Now, this is going to be tricky during this time because you're going to want to fight a lot of people. You just are. You're going to sit there and be like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this nonsense. You want to have it out? Let's have it out. That's just going to drain your energy. And actually, instead of pushing away the darkness, okay, it's going to pinch in the darkness on you. You're done. And when you are done, you need to walk away. What you fight for is your intrinsic core values. Do not let everybody else become a battle to face. They will just simply drain you away. They will become that vampiric energy again, and you will have purged it just to have it come right back, just for it to be kind of like a boomerang, actually more like a yo-yo. It never really leaves you. So here, be very mindful of who you engage with. Be very mindful of how angry you get at things, because you can find that once you start, and this is definitely true, once you start getting angry, it's like anger just builds and builds and builds. And it's like a avalanche coming down, or a snowball that starts off really, really small and then rolls down a hill and becomes just enormous. So here, as you're looking at things, do not let yourself be brought down, okay, by others' arrogance, by others' ignorance, by their lack of respect for how you're moving forward and where you want to be. You're done with that. You really, really are. You just have to keep yourself focused, Virgo, on the bigger picture of what you want and where you're headed. Now, the Six of Emotions comes in. The Six of Cups. This is, again, the anger, the doubt, the fear, the upset that was spoken over us. As you were growing, as you were becoming, okay, this is even when you were emotionally vulnerable, when you opened up your heart to somebody. This is when you got kicked in the teeth. I was going to say something else, but it's not polite. So here, it's looking at your world and at yourself, and it's looking at where in your life, when you get to a certain point, because it happens to almost all of us, when you get to a certain point, and then all of a sudden, like, the fear comes in, and it pulls you back and pulls you back and pulls you back and denies you and it just makes you kind of shake with fear, and you can't move any further. The Six of Cups is the intrinsic doubt that is put into us. It is what has taken trench, what has dug deep into our consciousness, into our psyche, into our subconscious, and said, I can't move any further. It's a generational curse. It is our family never gets to, move forward or be prosperous or have the life that we want to live. Our power is always taken from us. There's always somebody who thinks they're better than us. That type of mentality. It's also the scars that your parents were raised with, or whomever raised you were raised with. Because once those scars take root, as they always do, they get passed on from one generation to another to another. And it becomes a generational curse, because nobody has broken the pattern. Here, it is time to break the pattern. It is time to break the pattern of hurt, of disappointment, of anger, of upset, of upheaval, of chaos, of not being good enough, of looking at your goals and finding them always out of reach. It is time to embrace your truth, time to embrace your gifts and see them as gifts, not as I'm wrong, not as I can't ever be. And it's so interesting, because so much of our joys and so much of our sorrows, they come from childhood. So here, with the Six of Emotions, when you think of yourself as a small human being, what does that make you feel? Is it like, wow, I really enjoyed my childhood, it was absolutely fabulous? Or is it, I was never quite good enough? I was never able to live up to their expectations. I could never be what that person wanted me to be, or it was never safe. Because that dictates the chances we take, the risks we take as adults. It dictates the power that we have. I know it's astoundingly hard for me at times to not see myself as that little, partially deaf, partially blind girl who was severely disabled, in school. I look back and that's what I see. The person who couldn't be in a classroom with anybody else because they didn't know how to teach me. And so I was just sitting there all by myself. Here, that's what's coming forward. It's that hurt, that pain, that disappointment that it can take talking to a professional to help work past, or not work past, but come to terms with and love every single stage of who you are and who you were. Because it's enough. It's enough of letting the past be chains around your body, bearing you down to the ground, instead of letting you rise to your full potential. And it's time to look at the past and say, I respect you because you forged me, but I don't have to live your truth anymore. because it's not mine. And it moves you to the Knight of Swords. It moves you to being a hero in your story, cutting through doubts and fears, knowing where you stand, knowing what you want, speaking your truth, slaying the dragons that hoard away your bounty, your wealth, your power, and saying, this is who I am. This is the power, this is the passion, this is the brilliance of me. And it's opening up a whole new world. Because that's what you're doing during this time. You're opening up a whole new world to walk through the doors and to have success pour in. Because now it is your time to be successful, to be bountiful, and to courageously move forward in wealth. Your subconscious chakra message is communication. This is the throat chakra. You are communicating your truth. Communication is going to be kind of your superpower during this time. You're going to see people on a multifaceted different levels because the throat chakra is coming up twice now. Listening and not doing as much speaking is going to be very important because you're going to be communicating on the higher levels through, visual clues, through body language, through feeling, through understanding. That is where your communication is really building. Just be mindful that people will not be on the same wavelength as you all the time. So take in your knowledge and use it wisely. That could be another reason why emotionally people feel very vulnerable around you, because you're seeing more than what they want you to see. This leads you to your subconscious tarot message, the person message, which is the moon, fear. Fear, doubt, chaos, upset, upheaval. Fear is in us to keep us alive. Our ancestors had to be afraid of things so they didn't just go jump off a cliff, right? Because then we wouldn't be here. But fear in our modern world is quite different than fear in the hunter-gatherer world. It isn't dealt with the same way. We have a wolf and we have a dog here. We have the conscious and the subconscious. We have the tamed and the wild. And the two aspects of ourselves vie for how we deal with fear. It's looking at things, and instead of the initial fight or flight coming forward, it's the stepping back and saying, what do I want? And what is the greater power of what I see? It's looking at that fear, honoring that fear, giving it a name, and then seeing that if you can step beyond the fear, worlds open up to you. Power opens up to you. Passion, truth opens up to you. It leads you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Sun, and I'm not even surprised. The happiest card in the whole entire deck comes forward. If you let yourself follow success, if you open up your world and you release the leeching of the emotional pain that has been with you for just too long. And as the Sun comes in, it becomes this powerhouse, it becomes this beacon of truth, it becomes this passion that you live by. It can also bring with it jealousy, people wanting to take you by eyes, saying, why you and not me? No, they haven't been through what you have been through. It's time to open up your arms and say, it is time to shine bright, and nobody gets to extinguish my light. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy as you open yourself up to power and success coming forward within you, to prosperity that lasts for generations, and a release of the negativity that has held you back for just too long. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo.